History of the Colosseum. Flavian Emperor Vespasian had this amphitheater that could accommodate 65,000 spectators, built in the year 70 CE. Construction of the Colosseum took 8 years and was financed with plunder taken from Jerusalem. The Colosseum, also called the Amphitheatrum Flavium, was opened by Emperor Titus with games and festivities that lasted 100 days and cost the lives of 5,000 animals. Emperor Domitian, Titus' successor, later expanded the amphitheater with an extra story and a number of spaces underneath the Colosseum. This made the Colosseum of Rome the largest amphitheater in Roman history, and it is considered one of the 7 wonders of the world. The main purpose of the Colosseum in Rome was to entertain the people and thereby increase the popularity of the emperor, with gladiator battles, sometimes including wild animals such as elephants and tigers. It was common for animal fights to be held in corners by the vestry during intermissions. Convicted criminals were often thrown to the wild animals. Gladiator battles were held in the afternoons. As Christianity became more important, the barbaric games were finally forbidden by Emperor Honorius in 400 CE. The public lynching of a monk who tried to end a fight between 2 gladiators was the final straw. Until the year 523, only shows with wild animals were held there. The amphitheater could be accessed by 80 entrance arches, and the name Colosseum or Colosseum was based on the colossal statue of Emperor Nero, Colossus of Nero, that stood next to the amphitheater in those days. The total circumference of the amphitheater is 527 meters, and it reaches a maximum height of 48.5 meters. For building materials, they used limestone first row of arches, lighter bricks second, and third row of arches, and concrete. The outside was finished with travertine from the hills near Tivoli. Marble was used for the seats and to clad the inner walls. The actual arena, where the battles took place, measured 76 by 44 meters and was surrounded by a 4-meter wall. It is estimated that 300,000 to 500,000 people lost their lives in the Colosseum arena. The stands of the amphitheater were divided into 4 galleries. The seats closest to the arena were reserved for the senators, magistrates, and other important people. The emperor even had his own box with a private entrance. The second and third gallery were for male spectators, with the higher classes sitting closer to the arena. The upper fourth gallery was for the wives of senators and knights. In those days, the Colosseum could be covered with a large cloth awning, the so-called velarde, according to legend. It took 1,000 sailors to tighten the awning across 240 masts. During the reign of Emperor Domitian, the Colosseum's expansions included a hypogeum. This was an underground labyrinth with several trapdoors and lifts, for instance to carry large animals up into the arena. It also contained the gladiators' barracks, wild animal cages, and there was an underground passageway to the largest gladiator school in Rome.